make sure we're live on the podcast platforms. And so good evening for all of our podcasters out there. Welcome aboard. Lakeisha-mcknight is here. Welcome to the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. Welcome, welcome. It's about 9:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here in Chesapeake, Virginia, within the U.S. of A. And it could be a different time or even a different day, depending on where you are in the world. We made a little bit of an adjustment. We had a lot going on today, especially with a company that we are affiliated with. We are doing a lot of training, and so we want to make sure that we give adequate time to the various projects that we have going on. And so this is the reason why we had this small delay with the night show. So we're here nonetheless. We are indeed here. And so I want to welcome everybody here to the show. Really am appreciative for all of you who plug into this night show. Thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you so much for your attention day in and day out. So we normally do the show every single evening around about 8:30 and 9 o'clock p.m. Sometimes it's a little bit after the hour, depending on what we have going on. So we had training going on earlier today about 7:30. And then, of course, right now, we actually have a presentation going on for those who are interested in building wealth, right? And then we're going to have another meeting with some professionals going on in a couple of minutes. But I wanted to take a moment to make sure that I touch bases with all of you who are connected to the Leadership TKO Night Show. So again, welcome aboard. And so listen up. What I am going to do right now, definitely inform you, remind you to check out our website if you're not informed about what Leadership TKO is all about. You can always go to the website, which is www.leadershiptko.com. Again, that's leadershiptko.com. Remember this, the whole mission of this show, the whole mission of the brand itself is really to empower leaders like yourself with the ability to win from the inside out. Growing three things, okay? Three things: your influence, your impact, and your income. Okay, that's what we're here to help you to grow. We want to help you to win from the inside out, dealing with the heart and dealing with the mind. But we also want to help you to grow your influence, be an influential leader, having a bigger impact on the lives of more people, and then also growing your income, getting that passive income flowing, helping you to establish generational wealth, because that's what it's truly all about. And so I want to welcome each and every one of you here. So what are we focusing in on tonight? Well, you might have seen the title, okay, of the stream in the description area. And so I'm going to be sharing something with you really quick. And this is actually a slide from a presentation. I know sometimes when we're given information, it can seem like a whole lot of information at one time. So there was this one particular slide that helps us to understand the keys to building wealth. And this is actually something that I believe everyone should take note of, and at least ask yourself the question whether you are actually establishing these keys and implementing these keys into your life. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab this particular slide here, and we're just going to review it. Okay, we're going to go through it and review it just a bit. It's not going to be too much. I know those of you who are just listening in, stay tuned, plug in, and definitely take notes since you can't see my screen. But 4 keys to building wealth. Here they are, right? I made sure that I took a little screenshot of this from the presentation that it originally came from. And so the first point here about building wealth is this: you want to create residual income. Residual income. And so I say this: residual is where you're doing the work at the very beginning, you're putting in time, you're sowing the seeds, and then after a while, you begin to see harvest come forth. It can be a small harvest at the very beginning, and then it just all of a sudden just blossoms, and you continue to be compensated from that work that you sown maybe months ago or even years ago. You're reaping the harvest because of previous work that you've engaged in. And so that harvest is coming in whether you are awake, sleeping, playing, doing whatever it is that you're doing, but you're having that harvest continue to come in. That's residual. Okay, most people today have linear income. This is where you're exchanging hours for dollars, like those who are employed, those who have jobs. Those of you who have jobs or are employed, you have linear income. So if you don't go to work and exchange those hours and give those hours to your CEO or your COO, you're not going to get income at all. You need to be present, right? So you have a limitation of time, and then you need to definitely give up your energy. So there's not a whole lot of freedom there. There's not a whole lot that you can gain from that. And so understand something though. Isn't it ironic that, if you don't go to the job, you don't get paid, but guess what still continues to roll in? Those residual bills. Right? Those residual bills still come in. You still got to pay the light bill. You still got to pay whether it's rent or mortgage. You still have to pay whether, gas, whatever it is that you need to pay in your home. If you have a car note, you have to pay that. You have all of these things, your cell phone bills and whatnot as well. So all of these things are coming in. All of these things are residual bills that you need to take care of. These are relationships with other companies that you established that you need to honor. So why not have residual income that comes in every week and every month to be able to take care of these things and have extra? So you don't have to go and check your bank account if you have enough money to do what it is you want to do. But having that residual income coming in will be very, very helpful. And I normally ask the question to many people: what would an extra $200 every month do for you? What would an extra $400 or an extra $600 or even $1,200 do for you every single month? And most people say it will cover most of their bills. It will cover rent. It will cover your car note, whatever it may be. So you need to create residual income. Now, here is the second point, the second key to building wealth. As you can see there, you want to accumulate appreciating assets. Now, my coach would say AAA, right? He'll say AAA. But you want to accumulate, stack up, build up appreciating assets. Now, remember, assets are those commodities that helps put money into your pocket. That's what an asset is. It puts money into your pocket, right? Your business can be an asset. Why? Because it will put money into your pocket. Okay? How about precious metals like gold? Gold appreciates in value, so that if ever you need the cash format of it, like you need to be able to liquidate it for any crisis that may arise, right? You can actually get that. And of course, because you've been holding that cash inside of gold, what you're simply doing is you're leveraging that asset, okay? And it appreciates the longer you hold it, because gold's value grows over time. It appreciates, it goes up over time. So you're actually getting profits from that, a minimal amount along the way, okay? And there's been a big difference in the value of gold over the years as well. Think about it. In the year, was it 2011? Right? 2011, 2012, I know an ounce of gold was somewhere around $1,100, $1,200. Now, as of today, an ounce of gold is a little over $1,600. That's over a 400% increase in the value of gold. And just holding it. Most people today, right, they have an account where they're letting those dollars, that is actually liabilities and debt notes, letting those things sit in accounts, traditional bank accounts. And you have to understand that you're getting very little of anything as far as the interest is concerned by sitting it in there. And then not even knowing, you may not be informed of what the banks are actually doing with those dollars that you have sitting in that account. They're actually trading with it. They're actually stockpiling gold as a result of those dollars sitting in the account. There are so many things that you don't know that you want to be educated on when it comes to, those dollars that you're getting from your jobs or your businesses. But you want to make sure, okay, that you're actually acquiring assets, because it's assets that's actually going to add to your pocket. It's going to add money to your pocket. And you want to make sure that they're appreciating in a great way. It's going up in value in a great way. So that's the second key to building wealth. Now, the third key to building wealth, as you can see, is being able to outrun inflation. Now, you have to make sure and see what is available out there that's actually going to fulfill that particular function, fulfill that particular task. Now, holding on to cash is not going to do it, because the value of the dollar is decreasing even as we speak, right? It is decreasing. Many of you don't know, right? The value of the dollar has significantly decreased since 1913, right? And even more so, it decreased since 1971 when former President Nixon removed the gold standard from the dollar. So it used to be the case where you can go to the bank and you'll be able to exchange, right? $5 or whatever it may be for gold, because that was the relationship. There was an asset connected to the dollar that made the dollar money. But ever since that relationship was severed and broken, the dollar became fiat currency, right? Of course, a Federal Reserve note, a promissory note. That's exactly what it is. And according to the Federal Reserve System, and you can look it up, the Federal Reserve note, that's a liability. Holding on to liabilities will keep you poor, right? But if you hold on to assets, assets will appreciate in value and it will increase your net worth and make you wealthier. And so that's the reason why holding on to cash will not help you to outrun inflation. You have the prices of goods and services continuing to rise. For example, the prices of vehicles, the prices of food, the price of daycare for those of you who have children, right? All of these things, the prices are rising up. And it's simply because the value of the dollar is decreasing. So that for every dollar, it's only worth about 5 cents. The dollar has lost over 97% of its value. So holding on to that dollar is not good. The dollar is not meant to save. It's only good for spending and spending alone. You want to save like the millionaires and like the rich do. They save in assets. Okay? They put and exchange those dollars for assets. An asset, for example, like gold. Now, here's the fourth key to building wealth. You want to understand and maximize taxes. You see, Robert Kiyosaki speaks of 4 quadrants, right? Where we are actually able to bring in income. Being employed, being self-employed, being a business owner, and being an investor. So you got 4 quadrants. And so understand that those who are employed or self-employed, you're paying the most in taxes. You really are. Okay, that's because, you're being leveraged by your CEO and you have limited time. Okay, because of just the way that the tax codes have been created, it has been created to benefit the entrepreneur. And so it's important that you understand that so you can even leverage that. So how do you actually maximize taxes? You want to make sure you open up a home-based business, because having a business will help benefit you as it pertains to the taxes you have to pay because of the expenses that you can write off. All right. Now, I'm not a tax accountant. I'm not a tax professional, nor am I a financial advisor. I'm only giving you these suggestions based on my own experience and that of my partners. Now, of course, you're free to make any decision that you like, but I know this to be the case because I have mentors whom I'm in contact with often. I have a mastermind of wealthy leaders, and we're doing the same exact thing. We are creating residual income. We are accumulating appreciating assets like gold and cryptocurrency backed by gold, right? Or linked to gold, as some people would say. We are outrunning inflation because we're exchanging dollars that are liabilities for assets like gold. And we are understanding and maximizing taxes because when we plug into this amazing money system, that's exactly what it is. We plugged into a money system that we are able to do so for free. And it's free to plug into it. We do this, and the moment we complete registration, we have a home-based business. And you're actually able to start a home-based business for free, where the potential for profits can be potentially endless. Now, I say endless because it's based on your work ethic. But here's what I will tell you, right? It's not going to work unless you're plugged in. You won't be able to take advantage of these keys here, and fulfill these keys to building wealth under one roof unless you register. And so I want to encourage you to do that tonight. I want to encourage you to do that as you are watching this, whenever you're watching this or listening into this, for those of you who are on the podcast platforms. If you want to create residual income, whereas in the system that I'm plugged into, we have various income streams that you can obtain. If you want to accumulate appreciating assets like gold and cryptocurrency, you want to plug into this system. You want to outrun inflation? You want to make sure you begin saving in gold. And if you want to understand and maximize taxes, you want to open up your free gold savings account and actually have a home-based business for yourself. And so listen up. It's been an honor. And I can't wait for all of the success stories to come in for those of you who are going to be plugging into this amazing system. It's readily available for you. I know for myself and my husband, we've been plugged in a little over 3 years. I'm doing this now full time. All right. And definitely seeing the benefits of it, getting paid every week, weekly and monthly, being able to serve and help other people to create generational wealth, right? Being able to make money while I sleep so I don't have to work until I pass on. I can enjoy these years of my life, right? And I'm still young. Some people say I'm still a spring chicken. I'm still young. I have many, many years ahead. At least that's what I believe by faith. Okay? And so it's your turn now. You have the opportunity to build generational wealth, wealth that you can pass on to your children and your children's children. You have the opportunity to definitely get on the path to financial freedom and establish residual income, get you appreciating assets, right? Outrun inflation and maximize taxes today. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you so much for listening in for those of you who are on the podcast platforms. And for those of you on podcast platforms, listen up. If you need information, if you want to check out some videos and more content, visit leadersbuildwealth.com. That's where you're going to want to go. leadersbuildwealth.com. If you're viewing this on Facebook, for example, you can definitely send me an inbox message or comment in the comment section for more information. Now, if someone is sharing this video with you on their timeline and you're viewing this and you need information, get with them. Send them an inbox message. Let them know that you want to learn about this wealth system, this asset-based system that can get you on the path to freedom. So I appreciate your time, everyone. We're going to be back yet, of course, tomorrow night around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so until the next time that you and I come together again, I do encourage you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night, and God bless.